Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Reverend Annie Batchelder, and this is the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness live video on Facebook, the Facebook group page, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. And I'm told to read some prayers this morning, and I'd love to do that. So I'm bringing them up. Right. Great. So I'm gonna go ahead and share screen because I can on Zoom, and that's how it is around here. Here is the I and my soul are one affirmations. Okay. Getting there here, folks. This morning I'm just running a little late. Taking a couple breaths in. Good morning, Son of Marie. Hello, sugar pie. All right. Repeat after me. I and my soul are one. I and my soul are inseparable. Good morning, Rebecca Donald. I and my soul belong together. I and my soul walk hand in hand on the path of enlightenment together. I trusted my inseparable soul to stand by me. My soul has never and will never reject me. Consciously linked, my soul and I are clearly directed to the highest and best outcomes. My soul and I safely grow, expand, and explore together. My soul is my best friend and the keeper of my innermost gifts, talents, and abilities. My soul assists me with solutions, insights, and inspiration. My soul never abandons me in times of trouble. My soul aids in my healing, my maturation, amplifies the courage needed to progress on my path. My soul actively draws me toward uplifting opportunities and abundance. Or I merge with my soul, the more healed and whole I am. Or my soul merges with me, the more aspirations increase. The more I identify as my soul, the fewer limitations, distractions, and obstacles I experience. The more my soul becomes my human identity, the more peace, inclusivity, and harmony I experience. I now see through the loving eyes of my soul. I now experience, expand awareness. I now love my spiritual heart of my soul. I now clearly hear and follow the wisdom and direction of my soul. I and my soul are indivisible. My soul and I are one with the great creatress. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, Rebecca and Son and Eileen. Very nice to see you here. It's just a wonderful thing for me to be here. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing who has a question. Any questions are good questions. I have no problem if you want to ask something general or something very specific about your life. Yeah, there are no stupid questions. All questions are worthy of you. They are what you are questioning. This is what you want to know. So I want to assist you in knowing what you. Sorry, that was difficult. That wasn't supposed to happen. Like these things supposed to hold up the phone so I don't have to hold it. Like rickety props and things I've got going on. Nuts. Angel Tamara, hello, sweetie pie. I love you. And Stephanie Ansley Miller is here too. Oh, that's what a pleasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so looking forward to working with you. We had this morning, we pulled the 10 of Cups, and this is from the Goddess Tarot, very much into bringing forth the divine as feminine. And the 10 of Cups is, family, happiness, great joy, great fulfillment. It's things are coming together, very much coming together. And that's my experience lately too, that things are coming together. And this was the Reconnecting Soul 142 DNA activation cards, that the one card that was pulled this morning. And you can take this DNA activation card all the way in to your body. Just open up even that space between the top of your head and your crown chakra. Your soul chakra about a foot above your head, and insert this card into that space. And you can bring this missing DNA strand into your body and utilize it. The meaning of this DNA strand is you are now able to reconnect with your mission and purpose for this incarnation. You have the tools and clarity to connect, to enact your vision. Excuse me, I should probably put these glasses on. You are now able to reconnect with your mission and purpose for this incarnation. You have the tools and clarity to enact your vision. So this is the way it's working. Yeah, there we go. 10 of Cups. So who's got a question for me? Just give me a one-liner if you want. I am here to answer your questions, and there are no stupid questions. There's no dumb questions. There's no unnecessary questions. Whatever you're experiencing, that's exactly what you need to experience. You're on a soul's walk. You're on your soul's path. And so there's no reason for you not to experience what you need to experience or have the questions that you're having. There we go. We're getting there. That's good. So this morning, a couple of new phrases came in that have been empowering for me. And by the way, I'm using Valor, this Valor blend oil through Young Living. I really like it because it reorganizes your energy systems, your electrical systems, and it just really feels good and makes me feel like I have all my parts in the same place, my pieces reunified. It's called Valor. Anyway, so a couple of phrases that came through this morning was that healing is the same thing as spiritual evolution. This journey is about healing and becoming unconditionally loving with oneself and feeling one's unconditional oneness. And it's coming through more and more through for me, but seriously not all the time. I lose it pretty regularly, and I lose my way pretty regularly. So Stephanie says Valor essential oil is great to use on the bottom of the feet. Ah, so why the bottom of the feet? Because there's so many nerve endings on the bottom of the feet. I think there's like 60,000 of them, and there are sections at the bottom of the feet that correspond to the entire body and all the organs. Um, Bottom of the feet, and I would say ankles, and that those two sections that go up to the ankle bone, pop out on either side, are important as well. But I like Valor on the back of my neck to straighten out my neck, because my neck likes to get a little wonky, and I'm it's always pulling on one side, and like that. And so anyway, the other phrases that came up in the 7:30 channeling were that the divine is in charge of timing, and the divine is in charge of the details. So the divine is in charge of timing and time, and is in charge of the details. And so along with that, think about, as I heal, my soul evolves. I think those things are kind of form together a really good energy and information package from the guides. I was channeling the Akashic beings of life this morning. So Stephanie says it helps the whole body. Yes, it helps me to walk in my own power, gives me strength I used to apply to my clients. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this up here. So read it. It didn't give me the whole message, and I want to hear what Stephanie has to say. Very useful. Helps me to walk in my own power, gives me strength I used to apply to my clients as well. There you go. Yeah. Definitely like the way it smells too. It's one of those. Really like the way it smells. It's a combination that's the earthiness of frankincense, but a little flowery top end. It's really nice. So, okay. They're telling me also that Valor is good on the third eye to assist in aligning to the vision that you want to create in this earth. You know, it's if your vision is relatively small and compact, like not about saving the world or saving all the puppies in the world, but small, like making your living beautiful. You know, it's great beauty in your surroundings so that your world feels better, is better, is a more inviting environment to participate in. It's a great purpose. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you may get smaller purposes over and over again that are significant. And what it is it adds up to you listening to your own inspiration, your own messages, your own divine inner authority, listening to your soul's direction, and then acting on it is very, very important. The guides say, you know, it's like when we act on the advice that they give us and trust them and receive their love, they say, okay, we got a player here. We got somebody who really wants to participate, and we're on. The game is on, and it feels good for everybody. And that's the whole point. you know, it's being able to step out as far as you can into what's right for you. And what feels like a mission for you. Okay. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and highest good of everyone connected to us. Let the light of your soul stream into and into your hearts. And an angel has a question. Good. I've agreed to take a dog who is a littermate to my dogs. I initially felt excited, connected, honored. Now I am unsure. I have in my thoughts another family would be a good fit for this dog. Looking for guidance, direction, assist, paper. That's the name of the dog. It with the rehoming process. Okay. I think it would be good for Piper to reconnect with, if these are litter mates, and then for her to get centered with her litter mates. Her litter mates will teach her. I'm also thinking you're concerned about this dog's behavior. It's a little bouncy. It's a little out there. You're not geared for puppy. You know, you're not geared for untrained. You're not geared for jumps up all over the place or eats the food off your table. You know, you're not geared for really training them. But what you can rely on is the partnership that you have with your current dogs, and how they will assist you in giving Piper a sense of belongingness and pack membership and leadership. So the other dogs will help with the training process. As Piper settles in a little bit, I think I'm looking at the family and seeing. Oh yeah, Piper would definitely like to be with his family. They have small children, I think maybe younger. And I think that would be a really good fit. But I think it's something that you want to have them come visit while you're getting her kind of reoriented with your dogs and finding of her place in the pack, and to showing that this family what's needed for this dog. Let me look and see what Piper's highest purpose is. Children, minding children. So if they have young children or a child with maybe some learning difficulties or behavioral issues that are slightly different or a little on the different scale, Piper would be a really great dog for this child, and Piper would actually make a really good seizure dog, you know, to be looking out for seizures if there's somebody in the family who has seizures. She's kind of a one-person dog, and will probably gravitate to one child in the family. So I think that's really what you want to focus on with this family or whoever is the next home for Piper. And you've got the queen of the dogs, like the energy of the dogs, like you're tuned into who they serve, how they serve. You are, there's like this master that is very much about dogs, and that's a being of light whose specialty is with dogs and finding pets homes and fitting them to be with the right people and the right environments. I do think Piper also needs to be exercised regularly. It might be a little bit more that you can do all the time. So, Angel, I think that you're on the right track, and maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks with your dogs while you try to integrate this new family, whether it's the one you're thinking of or something like that. Right. But the fact that this master angel is working with you is significant, and it says a lot about your nature and who you are and willingness to give. And I think it says a lot about your life purpose too. So if you ever decide to retire from your current job, then it might have to do with animal work and understand animals, especially. And you and I, we're born the same year. You're the dog. I love doggies. I don't have them right now, but I needed to be off leash for a number of years and focus on what was important to me. So anyway, it's always good to feel you and be important with you. All right, Stephanie asks, will it be a good trip to go to Maui next month? I'm a bit nervous to go there after the fires. I also want to honor the current group of locals and their ancestors as well. How can I best honor them? Well, I think it's a good time to go to Maui for you guys. I think it's you and your husband, right? Are you taking the boys? Oh, you're going the whole family. It's a big trip. Great. Yeah. And this is the preparation. You're kind of get a sense of what the preparation. So you might even switch that last sentence. I also want to honor the current group of locals and ancestors as well. And that's your prep is starting by honoring the locals and the ancestors there. And you want to honor the island and the island's mission in reforestation and reestablishing the balance. The rebuild is going to involve a lot of sustainable materials and very conscious rebuilding, maybe even some very unusual designs, and you want to honor that feeling. And you want to honor locals being in alignment with the island's wants and needs as they rebuild their homes. Interestingly enough, that as they rebuild their homes, they're also reasserting themselves as members of consciousness who are making a difference in balancing out balance needs and being in balance with the flora and the fauna of Maui and that part of the island that burned. Angel, thank you so much. She says, such a loving reading, Annie. Thank you so much. You're so one about my concerns about taking on Piper. I appreciate the guidance. That's what this is all about. Thank you, thank you. So affirming to hear that. So going back to Maui, so your prep is honoring these, maybe, in a 3 to 5 minute ceremony, including some plants, water, a branch of water that you dip, a branch of a plant in a bowl of water, and you dip your plant into the water and bless yourself, and you bless the locals, and you bless the island at the same time, and you honor the spirit, and you honor the rebuild, and you honor the availability of sustainable materials, and you honor this deepening of the roots of these members who want to be part of this rebuild and reaffirming their interest in sustainable building and alignment with nature, that they are not separate from nature. They harmonize with them. You may also send your dragons out early and do reconnaissance, and especially reconnaissance about whatever place they're going to stay, whether it's a hotel or a B&B or house there, or condo you're going to rent. But send your dragons out and set up the energy there in advance. And I probably don't need to say this to you, Stephanie, because you're already so heart-based, but everything that you're doing in advance of this trip is about using your spiritual heart, this heart of your soul, your expanded heart, the heart that it's so easy for the divine in you to connect and for you to use the divine's guidance and to receive the divine's guidance through your spiritual heart. So, folks, that is like the heart of your soul. That is the spiritual heart. It's the, there's the physical heart, there's the heart chakra, and then there's the spiritual heart. And that is the biggest, most expansive, most open, loving energy. And it also receives really, really well. So if you're looking to receive guidance, or you want to know how to go forth on this project, or you're at this stage of the game, where do you go take it from here? Being in your spiritual heart makes it easier for you to receive that what you're asking. Stephanie says, thank you so much for the guidance. You bet. That's my pleasure. That's my absolute pleasure. Really, I'm so glad to be here. This is what I live for. This is my sole purpose in action. And, to that effect, if you've read my most recent flyer, I posted it here on Facebook as well, on my personal page, as well as on the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page. And there's a message from the guides from Anubis that is very much about honoring the divine and joining her in her mission and being part of it, and allowing yourself to be welcomed in. But also, they're having me reintroduce half-hour psychic readings for $99. It's done on the phone. You don't get a recording. You don't get a big preparation confirmation letter or a follow-up letter. You just get the reading, and it's just kind of go in, get in for half an hour and get out. That's the way it is. And so these are good. They're like taking that little $28 personal guidance one question thing, but expanding it to like 3 questions at the most. And often, with the $28 ones, there's a lot of detail in there that's pretty expansive and thorough. It's important for me to be thorough because you're taking your time and trusting me with a question that's important to you, and I want to honor this so much. But you can go on my website, anniechannels.com. That link isn't there yet. I'm going to post the link in the comments here for these half-hour psychic readings, get out. Very thorough, very deep. And I'll post it in the comments after we're done. I can't seem to do those things at the same time as I'm channeling it. But the link is also in that flyer that I sent out. and that has that beautiful woman with the hummingbird looking at her, and that's the flyer. Click on that and get the details in there. All the links in there for the full reading. You can buy 3 packs in there for the full 3 packs of the full hour readings on Zoom with recordings and all of that. And there are links for the half hour as well as the personal guidance. Got yourself a dragon symbol, Stephanie. Go get them. That's great. And I'm wondering who has the next question. There was a woman who showed up just a moment ago, and I didn't get to say hello. Kelly Badzowski. I'm hoping I'm saying your name correctly. I love you already. Thank you for being here. I just think it's great that you're connecting. I think you're probably trying to figure out if it's a trustable place where you can ask for guidance or bring your skills, talents, and abilities to the fore. And whatever you want to do and express that. Your soul's on a mission. You're really ready to get your work out in the world, aren't you? So I'm glad you're here. Bringing forth soul consciousness is all about being on the mission. And this card, this Reconnecting Soul 142 DNA activation card is really up for you because you're now able to reconnect with our mission and purpose for this incarnation. You have the tools and the clarity to enact your vision. Kelly, that's you. You are ready. And this period of time really goes with this Ten of Cups card, the Goddess deck, and the full moon, and the full moon is fruition. So I'd love to support you any way I can in getting your work out in the world. Rebecca Donald, I'm thinking of you. I'm loving you as well. I know that you are in that energy, and I think you also have been tuning into doing Pakistan, and Ben, and my sense of them is they are here supporting us in everything we do. Dwayne Packer was one of my teachers. He died just a few weeks or a month ago. And his partner, Sanea Roman, was also one of my teachers. They've been so important in my growth and in my world. So valuable. They opened the universe and energy up to me and gave me ways to deal with it and work with it in a conscientious and conscious fashion, and not to be afraid, in ways that were helpful, supportive of me and my talents, gifts, and abilities. They got me channeling. They got me aware of guidance that is available. So available. Like a image. Right now. Sorry, but I should have gotten to this earlier. Anybody who's looking to be a member, I'd love to have you. Anybody else have a question? I love questions. My guides say the questions are can openers to information and energy, and therefore are well worth everybody's time. They're very helpful. guides lead, they say that it's important that you embody your soul's light. Take the light of that soul chakra above your head and allow the light to just pour into you like a waterfall. And it fills every cell and organ and system in your body all the way down to your toes. It comes into your mind and it gets into your bones. It flows with your blood. Take in that soul light and that soul energy, because that is the base, the foundation of bringing forth your soul consciousness, and that is our objective here. And you, if you need to, you can ground your soul energy as it comes through you all the way into the balance point of Mother Earth. She's there to greet you. She responds with love, nurturing, nutrients, energy. She keeps her commitment to you, to supporting you as a physical being on the earth. When you ground yourself into Mother Earth, and if it's more natural for you to ground up to the divine or to source or to the great creators, whatever you call it, there you go. And that's good too. Or you can do both and really stabilize between the center point of Mother Earth and the divine, and have your soul's light really nice and steady in your, just very solid, sound, stable energy construct. There you go. So that's what they leave us with for today. I love you all. Thank you very much. Be with us. I would love to do full readings for you. You know that's what I live for. Best way to do that is to read the latest flyer that's posted here on Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness, or on my personal Facebook page, Annie Batchelder. And there are the links for everything that you need, everything we've been talking about. Bid you do for now. Thank you so much.